today. Not even one day she ever told me that that money is not there.
My buyer said, you have been conned. Conned in church? I can't believe this.
There's what we call background check.
If you are dealing with someone, you need to draft an agreement.
If
you are conned today, the first thing that you need to do is report to the police.
Tamima, and this is Real Talk Season 2. As you can see, I'm in an all-new home. I have an amazing season lined up for you. Great topics, great guests, and of course, issues that are affecting young people. Well, on today's show, we kick off the season with the topic where my guests are saying, Tamima, I was conned, and it can happen to you too.
It didn't break my heart. And apart from breaking my heart, actually it broke the whole family. Yeah.
Because your wife, you separated.
I'm interested in buying a car, and I'd like to promote a brother within this fellowship.
Thanks for tuning in. So today we are raising the alarm on common cons in our country so that you can stay vigilant, protect yourself, protect your money, and in some cases, protect your heart. So help me invite my first guest, Peter Muridi, who is 45 years old. His was the worst kind of con because his wife, someone that he trusted, invested his future in, betrayed him in the worst possible way. Please help me welcome him to the show. So, Peter, I understand that for you, when you hear the word con, you actually say, I can tell you a story or two, eh? Because mine was the ultimate con. Maybe please tell us more about that.
Well, there are so many forms of cons. And of course, you would, no one would wish to be in such a situation. But ideally, you just, one way or the other, once it's your day, you find yourself in such a situation. And mine wasn't as a con as like you be conned by a con man in the streets.
Because ile unangojea, you're vigilant. There's no way mtu anakukon kwa street. You're vigilant.
Very well. Mine was something different because actually it is actually involves someone very close to me. All my savings that I actually had saved, I entrusted in my wife. And I actually gave her in hope that she was going to take the money to a circle.
By then, how many years had you been married to your wife?
Pardon?
How many years had you been together with your wife?
For close to 20 years. So the money I actually had saved, I wanted her to actually go and take it to a circle so that would take like, you know, when you save with a circle, most likely, in most cases, you'll be given like 3 times of what you are saving, Sarah, depending on the circle you are into. So I gave her the savings, knowing that she was actually going to take it to the circle. A little did I know that that money was not going to end up in the right place.
So you were working abroad at that time? Mm-hmm. So ilikuwa ukifanya kazi, every month you're sending some money to her?
No. I gave her bulk, like 100,000. And then after some times, I gave her some other money. I added onto her. Then another bunch of money I actually added into her, and in the hope that she was actually going to remit the funds to a circle.
So each time you would send the money, you would give her specific instructions. Kuna ile pesa unamtumia matumizi, pengine ya watoto, alafu kuna ingine ya kando. This money we have agreed together, it's going to savings. And what would she tell you once she receives the money?
Well, to be quite honest, she told me that the following morning she was going to take the money. So I didn't have any doubt because it's someone you actually spent most of your life with. So you just agree and you're like, okay, you take the money. And we had a time frame. And that time frame was not based on our agreement as a couple. The time frame was the limitation that the SACCO gives. Right. Because if you want to have money with the SACCO, there's a period of time when you're told like you need to like save for like 6 months or so. After 6 months had elapsed. When I sat her down, she was so confident and she told me, don't worry, the money is just coming. And I'm like, okay, good, no problem. So I waited for another month.
Lying to you, knowing very well, all those 1, 2, 3, 4 times you're sending her the different amounts, 100,000 here, another 100 there, hapeleki. Ukiulizia anakuambia, usijali. Pesa iko pale.
Pesa iko. Actually, that's what she used to tell me. Oh, don't worry, the money is there. And who was I to worry by then? Because
that's your wife.
That's my wife. And by that time, because she knew what had happened, she decided to be a little bit hostile. And I sensed there's something here that is not right.
What was the ultimate red flag for you? That thing that you're like, okay, I've sent you money, unaniambia unaeka, lakini what was that thing in you that was like, this woman is lying to me?
Well, it also ended up, or rather it came to my mind that 3 more ladies. One was her salonist, the one who used to do her hair, and another lady, a friend lady of hers. An unfortunate thing was that she was actually a single mother. And apart from being a single mother, she was expecting that money to go and pay the school fees for her daughter. And at some point, I really felt for her. But I had to cover for my wife. As a man,
she's the mother of your children.
Yes, really you have to cover for someone you really care for. These 3 ladies, they had actually been close to over 350,000.
It's a lot of money.
Yes.
And these 3 ladies, did they file formal complaints against your wife?
Yeah, they did, and actually it went to an extent that she was even arrested. She was actually taken to a police station. And that was after I had even tried to cover for her. When these ladies came for their money at my place, that is our home, and it was a very unfortunate thing because they used to camp at my place. You know, my wife would come from work, anakuja mapema, anafanya shopping zake, then anakaa kwa nyumba, anajifungia na ndani na watoto. And I knew that's what she used. Until one day, these ladies camped in my place, and I had to mobilize some security guys so that she could get some freedom. Nimtoe. Personally, mimi ndio nilimtoa. Nikampeleka kwa sister yangu, nikamficha.
So what do you tell your kids in that situation?
I'll be very honest with you. I've never discussed this issue with my kids. I have a teenage boy who is actually 20 years old. He knows the story, but I've never sat down to talk to him about this whole story. And it didn't break my heart. And apart from breaking my heart, actually it broke the
your
whole family. Yeah.
Because your wife, you separated?
Yeah, we are separated right now.
Do you think that you can ever trust a woman, a wife, again to that extent?
You cannot put a blanket condemnation on all women, because not all women are like that. And as a man, you really have to gather yourself together, put yourself together, and even moving on has been very difficult for me. It's been like 4 years since this happened.
Okay, so still more to come here on Real Talk on this topic tonight. My guests are saying, I was conned. It can happen to you. Please be vigilant. Remember, you can get on that hashtag, #RealTalk with Jemima. Let us know what your views, comments, and questions on today's topic are. I'll see you in a bit.